Hey collective, how are you? How's life treating you? I hope you're good and well. I have been called back by the divine to return and deliver some tarot for you, okay? Today, this is for my heavy feminine. Whether you're male or female, this is for my heavy feminine energy. Also, if you know me, and you know I don't like you and I don't want any contact with you at this time, and you may have stumbled across this title and you just like, oh, let me just listen to her, I would love to hear a bit of her advice, I'm saying no, please leave. And this is a message for the collective and the feminine collective as well. My behavior choices and how I choose to do the intro is an important message for you guys. I don't want to read for certain energies and vibrations. My career has been blocked for a long time because of inferring energies that I don't want in my life anymore. And I have had to deal with complex PTSD and low vibration and anxiety and stress whilst trying to just focus on my career. Luckily, I'm neurodivergent and my career isn't just bound to this tarot channel. God forbid that was my reality, because then I would truly be cursed. Because this channel hasn't been able to move, excel and flourish because of the certain individuals that I don't want in my circumference that still feel like, well, I just want to hear what you have to say. No, you lost your rights and your privileges to me. I said no. No means no. You do not have consent to be here. Leave me alone. Fuck off once and for all. And I say that today because the card that's coming out is a fairy hybrid frog jumping up and away from a narcissist. And that's the collective I'm connecting with. We don't want to deal with it anymore. We have overcome the abuse and the trauma. We don't want to open a can of worms. We don't want to talk to you, nor do we want to talk about you. We are healing now. We have been healing for many, many years. But we are attempting to move through the darkness that you still present. You still present as dark even when you're not here. Our memories of you still create a shadow in our reality. So no, we can't chill and talk to you or let you into our space because your darkness still destroys the parts of us we have been working so relentlessly to heal. So move along, stay away. No means no. What will it take for you to understand that you are crossing our boundaries? These are my spiritual boundaries and you cross them, but you claim to love me. That could never be true because you have no respect for me. You do not know love, you do not know respect, and that is why I am leaping forward away from you. And that is the message today, guys. And I hope that finds you well, and I hope that gives you a little kick up the arse and a little bit of fighting spirit for all of you who are dealing with darker entities, abusers, violent individuals, liars, thieves, people stealing your light, stealing your soul, Freaky Friday, destiny swapping motherfuckers, evil, vindictive, spiteful, mean, voodoo, boogaloo, dark witch bitches, whatever it is, that ex, that family member, that friend, that colleague, that business, that nightmare in your mind that you've been working relentlessly to break away from, plaguing you over and over again. That's the conversation today. I'm talking to a collective, a whole load of people that understand what fake love looks like. And you've been dealing with individuals who think you don't know what fake love is. Because every time they present with their fake love, they don't understand why you're so reluctant. They don't understand why you pull away. They don't understand why you're so uncomfortable with their approach. Because you see. And they think that their smile, their behavior, their gifts, their money, their accent, their voices, whatever they do is enough to blur your vision and make you comfortable with them. But you're not. And I'm connecting with male and female today. I don't want to dismiss man or woman in this reading, but it definitely is a really gorgeous light working energy. So if I'm connecting with men who resonate with this toxic energy, you're a really lovely masculine with a beautiful heart, and you treat feminine with respect. You love women, you're comfortable with your emotional side, and you've been treated awfully by some really vindictive, malicious, evil energies. Some people are evil. I didn't know we were going here today. Stay with me. I think this is a really healing transmission. Some people are evil. There's no other way around it. Some people have malicious intent. Some people do desire to do you harm. Sometimes that's emotional, psychological. Sometimes that's physical, sexual, financial. It can go on. Lots of abusive individuals will use whatever techniques they have been armed with since they were a child. The abused child, in the worst case scenario, grows up to be the abuser. And we don't want to see that. We want the abused child to grow up and become the healed adult who can then go on and use their experiences to heal others. That is why we love the tarot community, and so many of us in the tarot community work relentlessly like we do. And we give ourselves to our inner child and our spiritual ways of existing and our mindfulness practices and meditations and breath work. And we all do our unique things to help us heal and evolve. Some people don't do that work. Some people fake that work. Fake spiritualists are real. Fake light is a real thing. Some of you, I'm talking to feminines that have been dating a priest, a pastor, a spiritualist, a tarot reader who can't really read tarot, a clairvoyant who's not really clairvoyant. Some of you have met the devils of the worst kind. Some of you are heading to divorce. Some of you have gone back and forth on that divorce. Someone keeps showing up at your door. They think you won't divorce them. I think you thought you wasn't going to divorce either. But I think divorce is definitely coming now. I think after this reading, someone's going to get divorced. And their energy is just going to shift immediately. And it's like, yeah, you're right. It's divorce time. It's unique for all of you guys, but I'm just saying what I see. It has been absolutely torturous, guys. To journey this far, to come this way, to keep doing tarot through all of the stuff going on in my personal life, to chow down on my destiny, which is all I can ever fucking do, whilst being surrounded by vultures watching. And I say that metaphorically speaking in major ways. The spiritualists will get exactly what I'm speaking about in that context. There's been such limitations on me, on my speech, on what I feel like I can say on this platform, on my approach and method to reading, on the ways in which I've had to hold back from really providing for the community group that shares my vocabulary and ways of thinking. Bear in mind, everything I say is a generalized narrative that accounts for you guys too. I'm talking with such conviction and truth today because I'm also mirroring you. I'm also in the empathic energy of this collective, and I'm feeding the narrative back that you're also giving to me. So thank you so much. Because what I feel today, and I feel there's at least 3 witches on the line, 3 tarot readers online, you all read tarot on YouTube, and your energy bouncing back to me today is going, go on, Lou, fight back. Like, don't be soft with us, don't be weak with us. And it's been really, really hard to be the kind of tarot reader I am, and the kind of spiritualist and shaman that I am. I'm not your everyday light worker. There's a lot of darker energies that I don't embrace, and I don't do dark art style stuff, in my opinion. But with the stuff I do at hermitology.me, with the technology and the different sciences, it removes me from the left where a lot of us live. And I'm not just walking around with my feet in the mud like I used to. And I'm not just sitting around grounding and meditating every day. I'm fucking doing hard graft. And it isn't easy, and it removes me from the spiritual side of myself. And it takes me a lot to come home. And I'm not always airy-fairy and nice, and I swear and I bitch. And I'm fucking opinionated. And I've got a lot of shit to say. And I'm not licking arse. And I'm not being the perfect spiritualist that makes you feel better about yourself. Because I fucking met the devil. And I know that evil exists. And actually my destiny is right in front of me, and the divine have asked me to indulge, but the fuckers around me are absolute vultures, so what the fuck am I supposed to do? And today I want to cry a little bit, but we're not going to do that, because I need to speak to my collective, and I'm getting clear visions in my head. There's a beautiful feminine out there, YouTuber, and female, she does music as well, and you haven't done your music, you haven't moved forward with your art form, you're quite unique as well, you don't follow trend. I don't know anyone else that you or like anyone else that you kind of fuck with in the community, and you're the only one that does kind of music in your way. It's kind of hip-hop music, but it's also kind of conscious and like vibey. I love your music side of stuff, and I haven't seen you do that in ages, and you're kind of removed from that, you know. Like, it makes me think about a lot of different readers on the platform, a lot of witches, spiritualists, brujas, all of us doing our own thing, but we all seem to be trapped in this paradigm a little bit, trapped in our own glass box. What the divine is showing me is on the Hermitologist in Real Life channel, which it's now called. It used to be called Her 7D Consciousness. So if you hear that, you know we're shifting. It's now called Hermitologist IRL. And on that one, earlier this year, I made a mirror magic kind of protection spell piece of content. That was really, really important, and a secret spell that Jesus, the divine, my guardian angels gave me to protect me as I was climbing this way in my career. I had that since 2020 or since 2016 locked in as an approach. And we've had some issues with that, and a little bit of a breach with that. Since I shared it this year, I was guided by God to share it, so I shared it nonetheless. But since I shared it, and only over the last few weeks, I had a bit of a jinx energy and a bit of a spiritual attack. So what the divine have told me was that I was spiritually attacked by someone trying to break through my mirror magic. So I don't know if they tried to reverse engineer my mirror magic spell, or break through my safe space, because it was a protective barrier I put up against evil. So the only person that's going to want to break through that is evil. So somebody deliberately watched that, took that, internalized that, or without even knowing it existed, has impeded on me to the degree where that spell has had to have a cling effect and bounce back. What the divine's saying to me is, all of you guys, and I say spells, but I don't use spells. I don't have a spell book. I don't write spells down. I don't have a cauldron. That's not how I work. I'm a clairvoyant futurist, a clairvoyant spiritualist, a shaman, a seer, a sage. I just do my damn thing. I see, I say, I speak on it. I don't need a spell book. I'm not out here churning out evil. I don't do dark stuff. I am a light worker. but the divine have given me a few techniques and ways of kind of speaking and spoken word and poetry in the now moment, just to help me heal and create a protective shrine, manage my light source. What I've been told is someone has impeded on your sacred spell space, invaded one of your rituals, yeah? And since then, you haven't been able to get that out of your auric field or get that kind of away from you. I've just had to go through a awful couple of weeks because someone was trying to invade my spiritual land. And that is what I get for someone out there. And it's us putting our foot down today and going, do you know what? No more shit. I'm not playing this game. I'm not playing this game with you. There's been someone who's tried to invade, or you have long had free reign over my light source. I've let you carry on with your evil deeds and your dark tricks, and I've said nothing. I've done nothing about it, but no, the divine are now going, that's it. This is bullshit. We're cutting it. Because that person over there who does hip-hop music, you need to go back and do that music. And I'm talking specifically to somebody today who does hip-hop music as a female and is also a tarot reader on YouTube. You are incredibly gifted. I don't know who told you otherwise or who made you feel like you shouldn't be doing that kind of content, but you should be. And you are an asset to the spiritual community because your music has this spiritual element to it too. And I've loved your content since I've seen it. I don't like outing people over here or identifying people specifically. But if that resonates, then please take that. Some of you, tarot readers, have very dark channels where all of your viewers are in shadow all the time. That is very, very difficult energy to manage. You don't need to change your collective, but if you're a light worker, but you're healing shadow collective all the time, you're a shadow master, you're a shadow healer, you need to double down on your techniques and practices to make sure your auric field is cleansed and you are not being penetrated by either your viewers or the toxic energy and entities attached to your viewership. Because all the people that you are healing that are in shadow have potential obia, bad energy, entities that are latching onto you and you're not quite yourself. Another reader. I love her very much. She's my favourite reader. I go to her nearly every day, apart from the days when the energy's thick and I can't engage in any tarot, but there's always an opportunity where there's a bit of nature going on and I could really benefit from some Mother Gaia influence. And I love her Mother Gaia vibration. And she just speaks my language and is a godsend. But I see her quite frequently. And this is what breaks my heart, and I think that this has been a big part of my shift lately, is I see her doing readings and crying. I'm tired of that. I'm tired of that. I don't want to be the spiritualist that comes here, picks up on a heavy collective energy and starts crying. I said this earlier in this reading. I feel like I'm gonna cry. But I'm not going to cry because I'm tired of crying and there's no time to cry. And if it's not my energy, then I'm not internalizing it. And that is what we need to fight against, guys. And I don't want to be here with that fighting spirit because it's not a fight. Externally, it's an internal fight, really. It's about us grounding ourselves. I don't want to see my favourite tarot reader crying and emotional because she's picking up on someone else's energy or trauma. And it's not to say that I haven't watched that gorgeous reader who's given me readings before make me cry because she's channeling my grandma or my dad or diving into really strong energy and every word coming out of her mouth is my absolute fucking reality. So she's crying and I'm crying and we're in floods of tears together. And is it a beautiful thing? Yes. But am I at a place in my life now where I am somewhat frustrated by the realization that us highly sensitive beings and empaths and tarot readers and everybody here on the line that is resonating are constantly being inferred on by darker, heavy energies that are not ours? And we have to be able to dispel that, remove that, so we can stay clear. And that's my gripe today. And that's what I wanted to bring forward today. Because it's me. If you have the, I think it's called the Fairies Oracle deck. It's a brown deck, really gorgeous. It came from Mana. If you know about old school tarot reader Mana, it was the deck she always used. I'm looking at the Lacona. Is it the Losgona, and the Glaucona. If you see that, and they flew out the deck before I started, I'm just doing what I'm guided. And the moment I saw it, I was irritated. Because I'm looking at the Losgana, having to face on with the Glaucona and deal with it once and for all. And that's why I'm in this energy today. Because this energy, that's my narcissist card. A lot of descriptions around these cards came from Mana herself. Because actually Mana was the greatest tarot reader I've ever known in my life. And I watched every single one of her readings. She dropped a reading every single day. And I would every day be tuned in at whatever time it was and watch it. And she was British as well. She was my absolute favourite tarot reader. And then she fell off the grid, deleted all of her shit and left. Psychologically burdened by the whole experience that is tarot online. But that's my example today, and that's my gripe today, because I love you guys to pieces, okay? So in my head, I'm just getting like about 4 different tarot readers that are feminine, that are on the line, that I watch all the time, that have potentially reached out to you guys on this channel and commented, and you see me and I see you, and we've spoken in the past. Either in comments or just engaged with each other's content and resonated. That's who I'm seeing today. So whether or not it is for you guys or not, the divine's giving me that image for a reason. And I just want to hold that because it's dawning on me. It's dawning on me who we are to each other, who we are independently, and what our purpose is, and how we need to stand for ourselves and not die out, but also not give in and not conform to a certain way of being spiritually when we know that there's more that we should be doing. And not giving our souls to the platform or giving our souls to clients and others who don't need it, and changing our approaches for the algorithm. And I say that knowing pretty much everyone out here has got much bigger numbers than me, and you're definitely doing something right in that regard. But be aware of the Glaucona energy, please. Beware of the dark, demonic entities that are tethered to keeping you in a heavier vibration. And now I'm seeing a really calcified third eye. Some of you may feel really, really blocked in your third eye. Some of you may feel that your content's just really, really repetitive and just going around in circles. Some of you may feel cursed after a reading. We can go, like, there's so many conversations I guess we don't have. Once you just come up on the line and you read the tarot and you go about your day, you don't talk about the side effects of this reading or otherwise. I had a rush of energy yesterday, and not even a rush, I just had a heavy crown chakra. But when I have a heavy crown chakra, it puts me in a rushing energy, because I'm like, whoa, that's the divine. Only when my crown chakra is heavy am I going through congestion symptoms, which means that all of my chakras, from the root to the crown, are at a bottleneck. There's too much pressure. I need to let something out in a spiritual way. And that's what's brought me here today, because I'm going, well, the divine always let me know that when I'm overly saturated like this, or there's so much pressure in my crown chakra, I need to give. I need to share. I need to speak. I need to align with the collective. So that's why I am on social media doing tarot sometimes and not doing tarot sometimes, because I'm trying to go with the flow, and when I do it repetitively it doesn't seem to be resonating, or with the algorithm at least. So let me just dive into a really, really quick spread for you guys. Some of you may be experiencing headaches at this time. Some of you may be really frustrated with your mum, brother, auntie, sister, uncle. It's a situation of, there are some entities that have yet to be disposed of, because you haven't decided to be indisposed. And you still make yourself accessible to the point where it eats away at your chakras and your lights and your time. And that could be merely a spiritual energy, because if you're spending your time giving and thinking about these individuals, or being sparked or triggered in an anxious way over it, and ahhing about, do I invite this person? Do I not invite this person? Should I give to them? Should I not? Like, back and forth. You're still wasting away in the mind with this. So my intro today, where I was like, go away, was me fighting back for not only me, but you, going, we've got to put our foot down and make sure everybody knows who is and isn't welcome in this space. And do we have control of them to listen or not? No. Is it the healthiest way to go about it? Not always. We all have our own unique way of managing our internals. But the collective here need to be able to put their foot down and make it clear that we are indeed clear and we see. I'm too fucking tired to pretend that I'm not clairvoyant with you, okay? So you can give me that fake love and exude that fucking vibration, but it means fuck all to me because I see you. And there is no time for me to be that gorgeous, beautiful spiritualist that you wipe the fucking floor with and wipe your feet on, because I'm not there anymore, that place that you governed, that you most enjoyed because I was your bitch. That's over now. First card out. Page of Cups. And I'm using the TV tarot. I'm not even going to tell you what I'm using. I'm just going to talk, because otherwise we're going to get lost here. We're nearly done, guys. Okay, just for confirmation, because some of you are tarot readers on the line, I'll tell you what it is and I'll tell you the TV show, but then let me just do a channel, okay? So, first card, Page of Cups, Three of Cups, Nine of Pentacles, Five of Swords, Page of Wands. TV shows attached to these cards: Young Sheldon, The Bold Type, Being Mary Jane, Arrow, and Flash. There's another story coming out underneath that as well. Give me a minute. Quite a lot of cards. We may need to double up. Yeah. Bottom of the deck, two cards staring at me. That is Eight of Wands and Two of Wands. Now, the Eight of Wands is Family Guy, and the Two of Wands is Fear the Walking Dead. Straight away, this is a card about fearing your relationship with your family, fearing walking away from your family. Family doesn't have to be blood. It could be the community, the social group, the collective, the social group that you've surrounded yourself with over the last 4 years. The husband that you've chosen that you no longer want. The marriage that you desire to annul. There is absolute knowing for this collective what family means to you and what it does not mean to you, and what a fear vibration has done to your aura, energetic field, and life since you've engaged in this vibration. The divine is saying the only reason that you have been trapped in this fucking paradigm is because you chose to play the lesser when you came up against this dark demonic entity. This devil energy, this low vibe. And I'm sorry, because I'm being harsh when I say devil, demonic, dark, because I'm digging the knife in, personally. Because we're getting to the point now where we're starting to see what that vibration does to our mental health and emotional well-being. And do you know what? Call a fucking spade a spade. We're tired, guys. We're tired. We're tired for a reason, guys. And it's not us. Because we've been aligned to the divine and we're choosing to do the right thing. And we have been. That's why we hear the divine, connect with the divine, and do the light work we do choose to do every day. The problem isn't us. But we are responsible for what we allow into our circumference. And we have let ourselves down. And we should have came together a lot sooner as a collective. And been able to have that conversation, not in a clouty way, not in a forceful way, but acknowledging each other a little bit more. And we're going to need each other way more than I think we ever knew we would. Because actually now it's dawning on me more and more how important our expertise and our independence is and our light is in relation to what we've been up against and how we've had to fight this battle so independently on our own. And as lovely as the collective is, it's a very different position to hold when you are that healer, providing that healing. Back to the Page of Cups, now covered by the Ace of Wands. I'm sorry that I'm starting again. I'm sorry that I'm starting again and having a life that doesn't include you. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry that I have a brand new beginning that shows how intelligent, how powerful, and how gifted I am. I'm so sorry. Ace of what? Ace of Swords, Three of Cups. I'm absolutely clear about my destiny, my life purpose, where I'm going, and what fulfills me. I'm so sorry that I'm happy and I'm aligned to my destiny and I'm on the right path and I'm choosing me. Nine of Pentacles. Knight of Pentacles. So, no, Knight of Wands. Nine of Pentacles. Knight of Wands. Haven't used these decks in ages, so I can only apologise. Powerful energy coming through. This is being Mary Jane on one of the cards. That independent woman, yeah? I want to say independent black woman specifically for anyone out there. Standing on that narrative. I am Nine of Pentacles. I am independent. And I am fucking in my Knight of Wands energy. I'm moving fucking forward on my own after all the fucking bullshit you put me through. Get the fuck out the way. Then we've got the Chariot, followed by Five of Wands. Sorry, Chariot, followed by the Five of Swords. Chariot, Five of Swords. Chariot, Five of Swords. I'm moving forward after defeat. Fuck you. Then we've got the Moon and the Page of Wands. Regardless of what I can see or can't see, I am fucking flying now. Period. because I can't see everything under the moonlight. But I am still moving forward. And I may be young as a page. But in this deck, the page is the Flash card. The TV show The Flash. You are fucking flying forward without clarity. Why? Because you are indeed clear. Because you indeed know that you are the young Sheldon energy. You are the Page of Cups and the Ace of Wands. There is a passionate new beginning for you, and you are incredibly intelligent and smart. You've known it all along. You've worked with the divine. You've worked with God, Allah, Ra, the deities, Kalimar, Hanuman, Lakshmi, Vishnu, whoever it is for you. You've worked with the other side. You work with archangels, ascended masters, passed on loved ones, birds, animals, the trees, the elements. You're far from stupid. You've always known it, but you've been in a collective or a rock pool that don't really get it. So you've been the butt of the joke in multiple different instances, but that's okay because you still have who? God, the divine, Ra, oneness. So you've been bold about it, and you've understood that not everybody can see, and there's been a bit of a blind spot because you've doubted yourself as a result of it, because you don't fit in with the status quo, and you're not like everybody else. But at the end of the day, you've always moved forward independently on your own, with that powerful conviction from the Knight of Wands. As a result, you are now in the Chariot position because you've been defeated again. For some reason, you've been defeated again in the Five of Swords energy. And it's this time, the defeat isn't like past defeats where it was incredibly difficult and awful. It feels like a light situation. But you know when it's a light situation, you're like, oh, really? That energy's back again. Okay. Last year when that energy pulled up, I was weak and fragile. The year before that energy pulled up, I couldn't even comprehend it. Oh, that vibration's back again. Oh, that entity's back again. Oh, that low vibration's back again. All right. Well, let's fucking go then, shall we? Because now I am ready. And the Five of Swords talks about what? That win or that loss. That defeat or that success. Check out the content I made saying, are you elite or are you defeat? Are you building yourself up with the ideology that you are indeed elite? Or are you then building up the ideology that, no, I can't be elite? That's a rude thing to say. No, you can never be elite. That's embarrassing. Do not say you're elite. That's so, like, the worst thing you could ever do. Oh, so you want a defeatist attitude then, do you? Because you're not going to glorify your gifts or your abilities, and you're not going to make yourself important. You're going to play less than, because that's the way to do it. That's what you've been taught or programmed to do. So now you play yourself down and you repeatedly meet defeat again. And this narcissist over here noshes on your light source again. A lot of you have been feeding a lot of demons for a really, really long time. And these demons are only here successful in the light, in the power seat, because they feed on you. So when you feel blocked from the divine, or you feel like you're not in flow state, ask yourself, in what way could you be possibly feeding the dark side? Because sometimes our healing techniques do go out to absolutely everyone, and we're non-biased in helping the collective, but sometimes we are helping people that are less than deserving, and we need to be aware of that. And we need to make sure we protect our energy and protect our aura, and don't give to dark, toxic individuals who do not deserve our vibration. The moment that you stop feeding these dark dementors is the moment they will be expelled from your aura, and you will get your full light back, and you will evolve again, and all of your gifts and all the things that you were meant to be doing would start to span out across all of these dimensions of consciousness that you're destined to unlock. And connecting with a feminine who has been incredibly suffocated in life. You could be having breathing difficulties. You could have a ventilation machine or been on a ventilation machine at some point in your life, or for a week or so in hospital. Because the image I'm being shown is a female with like a plastic bag over your head. And it's not giving me you trying to take your life or kill yourself. It's like you walking around unconsciously with cling film wrapped all around your face. And maybe there's like one tiny hole on it towards your eyebrow. And the hole that's pinned in it towards your eyebrow is the only thing keeping you alive. And I say towards your eyebrow is the hole because your nostrils need the hole. Your lips need the hole. But the hole's all the way up at your eyebrows, so that you're breathing. You could have severe breathing difficulties right now. You could have some serious problems with your lungs, with your internals. You could have been to the hospital and not received a diagnosis or got some kind of diagnosis. You could be on inhalers. You could be having some different health problems or medical needs and potentially not getting a proper diagnosis because it's a spiritual issue and it's the energy and the suffocation from this kind of glaucoma energy that's been on you, and it's not you. Take no prisoners. Take no bullshit. Step into the light. Understand that you are that shamanic, seer, sage, spiritualist, guru, clairvoyant, clairsentient, claircognizant, clairtangent, whatever gifts you've got. You are that frog leaping fairy who is now ready to jump forward, male or female. So many gorgeous men out there tarnished with a negative brush and connotation just because you're male. I will advocate for female all day, but I love men nonetheless. Strong, powerful, spiritual men who often get slapped left, right, and centre because they're so non-conformist and so lovely, and the world is so fucking mean. A load of women dealing with toxic family members and females and actually abusive men, but a lot of men also dealing with a lot of toxic feminine who treat you like shit because you're actually nice. The nice guy finishes last, that energy. So I'm sending so much love and healing energy to everyone on the line, masculine or feminine, male or female. And I hope that you resonated with this message today because it was some deep shit. And I'm going to keep putting out content when guided. But we're going to remove this vibration and we're going to leap past it and we're going to make sure we speak up and be heard and don't let this materialise into another cycle of toxicity that is a flash in the pan so you get over it. But this person needs to be outed and out of your reality for good because they are a really negative inference. Lying, stealing, thieving, dirty, demonic, no good intention, no good heart. It breaks my heart to know what I've had to walk away from and who I am. But you can't have people around you that lie and steal if you don't believe in that. You can't be around dark, dirty, negative, low vibrational people who have no good intent. If you know someone's not nice inside, you can't bypass it because they're a family member or a friend and you love them. When you work for the divine, when you work for God, when you are in mission, you know better. So it will eat away at you, and all their burdens, all their tragedy, all their toxicity, all their germs, spiritual germs, are all over you. And then you wonder why you got a virus. You got a spiritual virus. You're spiritually ill again. We need to work on cleansing and healing. That's for sure. So I may dive into some new content at Hermitologist IRL. Lots of stuff out there already. Lots of totem animals, spirit animals. That is my harmonious, healing, shamanic den. And I've just started doing IRLs, so they'll show up over there as well. If not on Hermit HQ, we're working through the different platforms and how I want things to show up. But keep going, collective, because I do need you. I do need you. I need you to keep being you. Keep being authentic. Keep showing up. And keep telling truth, because there's not enough of us that know how to read properly and speak properly. And there's a lot of false light out there, guys. There's a lot of false light. And I do not listen to or engage with other tarot readers on the platform lightly at all. I am very uncomfortable by most readers on the line. So it's the ones that I genuinely feel like I resonate with that is opening up the door for me to heal today in this way through this transmission. So if you are out there and you are one of those gorgeous few, I love you to pieces. Keep doing what you're doing and keep being a genuine representative for the light. Namaste.